it's Lee from the Relaxed Gal Beauty channel, and in this video I want to talk about something that you don't hear a lot about when it comes to hair care, and that is scalp care. So when you read blogs or you see articles, you watch videos about hair care, there's a lot talked about what you need to do for your actual hair, like keeping it moisturized, making sure it's clean, deep conditioning, doing special treatments. You hear about all those things, but a lot of times you don't really hear a lot about the scalp. And if you do, it's kind of like a quick little thing like, oh, make sure your scalp is clean. Oh, apply it to your scalp. That's kind of the majority of it. But our scalp is really important when it comes to hair care. I mean, it is where our hair grows out of. So having a healthy scalp is a great base or foundation for having healthy hair. So when we don't have a healthy scalp, we pretty much know that there's an issue, right? Because you tend to have a lot of flaking, you can have dandruff, you can have itching, so you're scratching a lot. It might even smell. There might be some scabbing going on. There's a lot of indications of a non-healthy scalp. So what can you do to make sure that your scalp is healthy? So I'm going to share with you some tips for caring for your scalp. Some of these are things that I have done because I have had instances where I've had to do some remediation or actually some prevention for my scalp, because I found that my scalp tends to dry out if it's not properly cared for, and that leads to dandruff, some flaking, itching, and it's not a pretty sight up there. So my first tip is to apply your shampoo directly to your scalp. A lot of times when it comes to washing our hair, putting the shampoo on our hair is just the main focus. We're focusing on our hair because we want clean hair, but we really need to make sure that our scalp is clean, that we're removing any product buildup, any dirt and oil that has built up since the last time we washed our hair. But it's kind of hard to get shampoo down in there, because you've got hair on your head. And I know particularly for me, I've got dense, thick hair, so it's hard for me to get shampoo directly to my scalp. But I am able to do it with this little thing, an applicator bottle. So I put some shampoo in the applicator bottle, mix a little bit of water in it, and then I'm able to take the tip and directly apply it to my scalp, get the shampoo in there, and then massage the shampoo into my scalp. And that helps my scalp feel really clean. Tip number 2 is to do hot oil treatments. Now, I said I have a naturally dry scalp, and so my scalp tends to dry out more so when I'm sweating, when I don't drink a lot of water, when I go a long time between washes. So I sometimes will have to then do some remedial work when I shampoo. Other times my scalp has not felt dry, but to make sure that it doesn't, I do some preventative work, and that is a hot oil treatment. So I just take actually an applicator bottle, just like I showed you for my shampoo. I'll put some oils in the applicator bottle, and then there are a couple of ways you can heat them up. I sometimes will put it in the microwave. I actually showed that to you in a video that I did about how I do hot oil treatments. Another thing that you can do if you don't want to stick them in the microwave, because sometimes that may not be the best option, is to heat up a pot of water or heat up some water in a bowl, and then you can stick the bottle in the hot water and let it heat up that way. But then I just take the applicator bottle, apply the oils directly to my scalp, massage it in, put my hair up, and put a plastic cap or a plastic bag on top of my hair, and then let it sit. Some of the oils that I tend to use for those treatments are like tea tree oil, a few drops of that. I use a lot of rich oils like olive oil, avocado oil, sunflower oil, you name it. I mean, you can take any kind of natural oil as long as it doesn't irritate your scalp. Put them, mix them all together, and then use that for your hot oil treatment. My third tip is to stay hydrated. Now, you might notice sometimes when you don't drink a lot of water, your skin will start itching and drying out. Well, that can also happen with your scalp, and I have noticed it myself. When I go through periods where I don't drink a lot of water, my scalp is one of the first places that starts to itch, and then I have to start scratching it, and that just causes irritation and leads me down a long path of I don't want to be here. So making sure you're drinking water or drinking liquids or even eating foods that can help keep you hydrated is just the most awesome thing that you can do for your scalp. My fourth tip is to do scalp massages. Scalp massages are great because they help increase the blood flow to your scalp, which can help your hair follicles and help your hair grow a little bit better than it had been. There are a couple of ways you can do scalp massages. One is when you're shampooing your hair. It's just a natural time to do it because you're really like working the shampoo into or onto your scalp and really getting your scalp clean. So it's a great time to do a scalp massage. You can also do them before you go to bed by taking a light oil, putting them on your fingers, and just kind of massaging it into your scalp. And when it comes to scalp massages, you can either use just your fingers or you can use a scalp massager, kind of like this one, which is basically great if I actually have not used it. But what I've heard is when you're in the shower and you're just shampooing, and then you can just use this to massage your scalp. I actually probably need to use this. And my fifth tip is to oil your scalp. Now, when I think about oiling my scalp, I kind of think about what I used to do when I was a kid, or what my mom used to do with my hair when I was a kid. Like, she would take this heavy petroleum-based hair grease and basically go like section by section and oil my scalp. And we would do this, I don't know, once or more a week or something like that. But that really wasn't good for my scalp when I really think about it, because it had petroleum in it, and it's just not something you want to put on your hair. It just blocks all kinds of good things that you want to happen. But taking a nice light natural oil like jojoba oil, or even if you want to go a little heavier with something like Jamaican black castor oil, you can use those on your scalp. So I actually oil my scalp and I use Jamaican black castor oil, and I basically just put it in the areas where I know that my scalp tends to have issues. So those are my 5 tips for scalp care. Hopefully you're able to use one or more of them to help care for your scalp as you go along your healthy hair journey. If you found anything in this video helpful, you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and please also share it. And don't forget to subscribe to the Relax Scalp Beauty channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.